Before I found my voice, I found her laugh, the one that raised me, held me, and taught me how to glow from the inside out.
And through every season, every I told you so, every late night talk, she reminded me I birthed more than a daughter. I birthed a whole vibe.
Okay, Mama, don't get cocky now.
I mean, tell the truth, shame the devil.
This podcast is our love letter to each other and to the women who came before us. It's heart, healing, laughter, and just a little bit of tea. Welcome to She Birthed the Vibe. Her laugh, my heart.
Hello, friends.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, She Birthed the Vibe, Her Laugh, My Heart.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, everybody, and today, our topic is starting the year with purpose and intention. Hashtag mother-daughter style.
Resetting the rhythm, a mother-daughter blueprint for starting the year with alignment and intention. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Mia. And this is Ghostbusters. All right, let's get straight to the questions.
What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
That whole sentence you just said?
Mm-hmm. That was the title of today's discussion.
Okay. I would say that means to me aligning our steps, or kind of like planning our steps. We know, like, we all know life happens, and sometimes we can't really stick to the things that we want to stick to. But making an intentional plan and setting parameters so that everything so that the things that we can control are controlled factors in our next year.
How would you say our year to year, starting off the year, went? Like, give a description on how that goes with our family.
Like in our household? I would say it's usually like we have a blended household, so it used to be more of like in the summertime. I would always feel like summertime, when you come back from summertime and the school year starts, that's our new year type thing. It's rarely like ever like in the new year. I mean, our church has like they have a like New Year's service that we would go to. That was kind of like our New Year's tradition thing. And we'd all bring our blankets and like we'd go to sleep, and our parents would like, it's like at nighttime. It's like from 10 to like New Year time. So we'd all be falling asleep. But I always felt like our New Year was always like when the school year started, because that's when your parents come up with all these new things that they're going to start doing, and they're all gone by December. That's just how I felt like it was, because it felt like more like we would have our family meetings then, and we would have like our new rules and stuff set. So that felt more like a new year than January does.
Definitely. And so I definitely wanted Mia to highlight that, because she's going to tell it the way, the real way, the raw way, and the truth way. But like she said, for us as a blended family, our year really didn't start until the kids came back from their other parental figures, vacation time, or what do you want to call it? Visitation time. And so until everyone returned from their time with their other parent, then we really couldn't make the ground rules or set any ground rules as to how the house is going to flow. And so from those years, after years, growing up, not just Mia, but I would like to and try to influence like either a rule or a guideline, of what we wanted to do. And like she said, what people don't realize about New Year's and New Year's resolutions, which is what I grew up on, what I remember when you talking about New Year's is New Year's resolution. Like, what are you going to do in the new year? But now me knows it's a new year, same me, right? I'm still the same me, but I'm going into a new year because we can't stop time. And so, like Mia said, it's gone by December because we don't have the habits, we don't have the character, we don't have the mindset that is going to contribute to the new guidelines and to the new standards. And so as parents, you got to be realistic with that. And I love that Mia said that, and it doesn't bother me that Mia says that, because as parents, you got to realize that sometimes we the problem, that they're not consistent and they're not structured, or they're not, whatever it is that's missing with the intentionality, because what kind of standards did we enforce? And I heard a great testimony a couple weeks ago by a family that I admire, and he said his no was no, and the kids knew that his no was no. And I can't say that for me, because I know over the years my no is no now, but sometimes they be side slapping me when I'm asleep though, and I don't like that. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, from the hours of 9 to about 10, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
How many other parents, these kids try to talk to y'all when y'all in y'all sleep? Like, you can't talk to your parents while they sleep. They saying whatever it is that come in their unconscious brain, because their mouth still speak. I don't understand how the body
Her
does
mouth
that.
be speaking too. That's the truth. She be talking that nonsense. The other night, we were like all sitting together, and we're sleeping in bed together, and I'm like coughing because I was like, I be getting like sick from my job, so I'm like getting over a little cold, but I still have like a little cough, so I'll be coughing at night, and she's like, somebody, we need help in here. We need help in here. She's dying. We need help in here. Turn the fan off. Somebody turn the fan off. And she didn't even do anything. She just yelling at from her side of the bed. Not even trying to help nobody. Nothing. And so eventually she like slaps her like arm on me, which ain't gonna help either, because it lands straight in my face. Horrible.
Yes, listen. We already talked about this. Sleep Chronicles with me it's horrible. It's horrible for me. We need to talk about what everybody else's experience. It is horrible. But back to the subject: New Year's resolutions, New Year's strategies. You cannot go into the new year if you don't have the habits or the mindset that's going to follow through with that. And so I love that Mia said that, because it was the follow through, or the lack thereof of a follow through, that made things inconsistent. Now this year, I'm serious. This year I got to have a change, or it ain't going to be no other way of a forward for me. Like, the going through and the forward goals for me require a change. Our mantra for our church, like Mia was saying, Christian House of Prayer, our church family, like really, really, I'm telling you, it is our prosperity connection, because everything we need truly comes from the house of God, our house of God. And every year we have our New Year's event, and it's, a night where we get to bring in the new year together. And for me, I like going to that event because it's the safest place for me to be. It is a safe, fun event, even though we're, half of us don't stay up that late anyway. But like, we'd be tired. But it'd be so much, the presence of the Lord is just there, and it's just so enlightening. And what I want to say, like, there's so much fulfillment in going to an event like that really starts me off with the new year. But it requires a change. So this year, we have a mantra every year, but this year's mantra was change is inevitable. And I felt that in my bones. Like, if I do not, as Ashley Marie, forget about everybody else I'm attached to. If I do not, as Ashley Marie, gain a change in this year, I was not going to, a lot of things. You can fill in the blanks for a lot of things. And so I would like to gain dominion and power and operate in the authority that God has given me. And so I don't play with nothing. And yes, it may mean that it's a little bit more serious in a lot of areas where people want to be playing. But I'm telling y'all, like, if you don't really realize what's going on in the world, you better be paying attention, because God is real and the devil is working. And we got to keep our eyes open, and we got to take that serious, and we can't play with it. And so change was inevitable for me. And so this year I made a lot of serious changes that I think were for our betterment, especially for mine, because some of the routines that I have developed have been very great for the family. And so that part, I'm looking forward to seeing what these young ladies do when they get older and when they start walking in their own paths. But I am excited about New Year's, because we made it through. Not necessarily because we're in a new year and now we get new things. No, we made it to this new year because somebody didn't make it to this new year. And so that's our journey, because I have made so many different changes, standards, rules, and every year, new intentions, but no follow through. And then this year, there was a lot of follow through. So I'm looking forward to next year creating more follow through. So that way we have routines that actually give you the stability that you need.
I completely agree. I feel like stability is a big, big thing. And I like that she said that. When I was younger, we didn't really have a whole lot of that. It was a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And at first it was because of the military, but I think like it was all those years that it was like, oh, we're gonna try doing this, and then it would fall off, and then we're gonna try doing this, and it would fall off. And it's almost like you get to the point and you go to the table and you're like, I'm gonna listen to this, but only because they're making me sit here and listen to this. And then the second I get up, I know they're not gonna do it, so I'm not gonna do it either. And then it's like you don't have these things. So this year, she's definitely made a more stable, consistent environment for my siblings. So I feel like that's pretty cool. But I would say for me, when I'm starting a new year, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just be doing it. I'm very like cross the bridges when I get to them. My mom does not like that. She likes to plan where the bridges are, where all the bridges. I don't know where the bridge is. What happens if that bridge burns down before I get there? Where's the backup bridge? I don't know. I just be doing stuff. I don't know. I like to just like take it as it comes. But I do have like planning brain. So I'll try to like keep in mind. Like I'll try to like have words for the year. Like something I like to hold myself to for that year. Like a little mantra, like for myself, kind of how like our church has a mantra.
Definitely. So how would you say or could you advise others or suggest to others to set shared and individual goals? Like we already talked about how that process has went, because you're saying as a child, you're sitting at a table, your parent is telling you this is the standard and this is the goal. So you're trying to meet the goal, but then they don't keep that goal. And now everybody's doing nothing.
Yeah, like everybody's doing that.
But as we grow into an area where, like I say now, like I'm not the only one who should be bringing things to the table. How would you suggest someone set shared and individual goals? So shared goals and individual goals.
I feel like as a family, it should go pieces to whole. So if I was to do it like with my family, I would be like, let's set goals for ourselves. Let's put those like, let's like share our goals with each other. Not really those being the shared goals, but like just simply like acknowledging each other's goals. And then let's find like a common ground where all those goals meet. And then those are our shared goals. Because you can't give a group of people, I mean, and like a job, I guess, but like if we're talking about like personal growth, like saying like, oh, I want everybody to be like fit and healthy this year. Boom. That's everybody's goal without knowing like their personal goals for themselves. I feel like you misskew or like kind of brush over other people's goals. And that might not be everybody's goal for that year. So I feel like it's about finding the commonalities in the people's, in the family's goals for me.
Definitely. And these are some of the merch items that you're going to see from She Birthed the Vibe. So we have our affirmation cards. We have our 365-day cards. We have our t-shirts. But I wanted to mention that because those are the structure pieces, like a calendar, like your phone notes, like your audio from your phone recordings. Like those are a way to jot things down to kind of figure out, because what I am concerned about concerning my kids is for them to be influenced by what they see. The word says that, it's beyond sight. We're not just looking at what we're seeing. It's about what God can do greater than what is seen. And so when I think about it in that sense, I've lived with a lot of experiences that I know this is not it, right? But for kids, everything that's happening right now is it. That's it. Like, this is bottom line. Life is over. And so I try to get them to get into that crumbling position in that fire zone. And that's when your shared goals and your individual goals can happen. So my youngest daughter, she messed up with that because she's going to write down her goals. And now I'm holding her to her goals. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to erase all my goals in my notebook, because how many times you going to tell me about my goals? That's accountability. Now, everybody doesn't want accountability, right? So you got to know when to push and pull. But as a mother, I'm going to push. Every mother knows that.
She just pushed.
Yes. If we see the potential of our kids, they're getting thrown in the pool. Like, we know they can do it. No floaties thrown in.
Sharks in the water, everything. Going in.
Because we know they're going to survive. We know they got the potential to achieve it. But then there's that one thing, like, you throw them out there and you're like, oh, no, man, that was not a good idea. The kid knows it and you know it. You figure it out together. But it's good to have that conversation. And so I would say one, utilize your resources. So use resources that will help. This year, I specifically bought them calendars. I've never done that, but what I did realize is for my kids, it is disrespectful as a family, as a parental figure, to just tell them what the days are and they have no expectation. Like, they don't know what to expect. But then you expect them to jump through hoops and they don't even know what the day looked like. But then you got to also teach them, what does their day look like? That's the individual part. So beyond what I said, the family's day, week, month looked like, what did you have to do for the day? What is your daily, happenings? And what does that look like? And so then we can put all of that together, because as a family, you got to bring the calendar all together. And so that's why I wanted them to understand, like, there's that your individual lane, and then there's the family lane. So, let's just say, 365 days a year, Christmas and Thanksgiving are coming at the end of the year. So, those are two events, right? But what's happening January through October before November and December hit? You plan that. And that's what us military people had a hard time with. And maybe some people got out and they were fine. But most of us who got out of the military, once we got out of the military, who telling us what to do? That's very hard. That's a discipline that we learned. We knew what to wear. We had the uniform issued to us. We had where to go issued to us. We know what location we're going to end up at every morning. And we know what job we're going to do. But it's stuff like that you try to implement into your family. You know what household you're going to wake up in. You know who has what chores. You know who has what sports for the week.
Bruh, where did this just go?
Huh?
What were you just talking about?
We're talking about sharing individual goals.
Oh, you're talking about, okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
For a second, I thought we were going on a tangent.
No. So that's what I'm talking about.
These kids, that brain rot.
That brain rot. So that was my suggestion on how to set shared and individual goals. You combine those collective individual things that are happening, and then you make that 365-day plan.
Okay, so yes, our mom did just buy us calendars this year. I've been on the calendar game because I go, oh, my voice. Okay, don't mind my voice, guys. I'm sounding like a young man, but it's okay. So I've been on the calendar game because I go to like an early college school. So I'm in college classes in high school. So I need a plan. I be stressed every day of my life. So I've had a calendar, but she bought us a calendar. Now I still use my personal calendar, like my school calendar. I'll probably always have a little calendar. I like writing in and I like checking off my little to-do list. Now I write my to-do list on my mirror so I can't avoid them. But because sometimes I'm not opening that calendar. I know if I open my actual calendar, I have something to do. So I'm just gonna put it on my mirror and I'm gonna feel like fancy and cutesy if I do that way. But I feel like going on back when mom was saying, like, that struggle when she got out of the military with all the assignments, telling your kids like what their day is gonna look like isn't really like, some people think it's disrespectful and since like I don't have to explain myself to you as like your parent. But imagine you as an adult. Like this, I say this a lot of times at airports, and I feel like the kids in the airport don't get like as much grace as they need to be getting. But imagine you as an adult, you're stressed, you packed everybody's bags, and you have to wake up early, and you have to get everybody ready, right? Now you have the bigger job, you have the harder job, obviously. But imagine you're a kid, your parent can tell you nothing. They snatch you out of bed 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They driving you for hours. They snatch you out. There's bright lights. There's people yelling. There's dogs everywhere. There's too many people. They want you to take your shoes off, put your jacket on, be quiet. You get like in this cramped little space for too long. If I was 2 years old, I would crash all the way out. I would not like that at all. Now, some kids are really well behaved. I'm a really well behaved child because I thought my mom was going to give me a whooping. But that's besides the point. So I feel like sometimes you have to offer a little bit of grace in those like stressful situations. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like telling your kid how the day is going. If your kid's like, why? Like, right. You be like, okay, that's enough, little Timmy. I said, be quiet. But like explaining to them like what they're going to do that day, what needs to get done, those type of things I feel like are necessary for them to be building like positive life skills. But also, when my mom got out the military, she didn't know how to sit down. She did not know how to sit down. It was like, if we were sitting down, we were lazy bums. That was the mindset. Like, if she saw you sitting, and mom would always catch you sitting. Like, she'd be like, the second she caught you sitting when you're on that phone, you would have phone all day long. You on that phone all day long, give me that phone. Like, bro, I just sat down. Up Saturday in the morning, she got the praise music. I'm cleaning like a slave. We just cleaned yesterday. These are the problems.
We just cleaned yesterday.
But like it's like they don't know how to sit, and I'm like, we need to send these veterans that are just getting out to like a retreat or something so they can get calm again. Because I don't know what the problem is. They come home and they just think it's like crash out season, but not like they don't crash out like in big ways. They do it like in the small little things. Because I'm telling you, you not know how to sit down. Every day we're doing something after school. We need to do this. We need to do that. There's so many things, and putting like all that pressure like onto just like your children and you's relationship, it builds like this relationship of one. Now your kids are going to get older and they're not going to know how to sit down. Starting a cycle.
So you're building busy kids,
but it's also like, are you being busy or are you being productive?
Productive, yeah.
Because I can do like, people can get so much done in a day, but you were just busy. Right. I could scrub this whole house head to toe.
But did it get clean?
But did it get clean for real?
Right.
Yes.
Or did you just move from one end of the room to the next?
To the other end of the room. See? Did I just put my laundry in the corner or did I put it up? Right. I put it in the corner. Hello.
Right.
But I think it's more about like teaching your kids to be productive, teaching them to do maximum amount with the time that they have. But also like it's okay to sit down on one side and just watch Tubi movies for the rest of your life. Which now she can do that. Now she likes to do that.
Right. And now everybody's mad.
She's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. About 7 years ago, she would be like, ain't nobody sit down. I'm getting rid of the couch. Like, what was the obsession with selling everything that made comfort? Sell my bed. Dang, I'm about to sleep on a little kitty mat.
You watch too much TV in the room, TV is gone immediately.
So the Xbox, so the controller.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying to you if you don't stop playing with me. Everything's gone.
She's not lying about that, y'all. If it was a hindrance, it was out of this house. I did not play about hindrances.
She's not playing around.
them little funky looking dolls, they had to go.
Everything. If it's keeping you from doing something, you're done.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone the next day. And it's gonna be gone and you're not even gonna know it's gone.
Right.
You ask about you, like, huh?
That's funny. That was a funny one. So yes, in moderation, and I love that. My family has taught me that, and that's good thing for us veterans. Like, listen to your family, go their pace sometimes, but now I chill a little bit too much.
Too chill.
But it is healthy for me because now I'm more relaxed. Now I can really slow down in tough situations. I can like problem solve in troubling situations. So our next question is, like, I like the one I had, how to intentionally release what no longer serves you.
So I don't know. Me and my mom have two different approaches when it comes to releasing. When I release something, I just release it. It's very cold turkey. It's like, oh, bye, you're done. Oh, so sad. And then I'll be sad for maybe I don't know, maybe 24 hours. Usually it depends on what I let go of, but usually I can let things go very fast. If it's like a person, gone the next day. You could be gone the next hour, baby, and I'm in my bed living life. But I would say when it comes to things, I'm not really as sentimental with physical things or physical people. But I would say emotional things that no longer serve me, I'll probably hold on to those for 3 months. And I'll be sad about it for 12 months.
Yeah. And I don't think I've ever told Mia this, but I call that your pacifier because Mia had a pacifier when she was young. And I'm telling you, she loved that pacifier. But I feel like when she does that emotional holding on or those things she does, there's things that she holds on to. This little rhino, he don't ever stay on the bed, but this little rhino goes everywhere.
I just got him.
But he's one of those things. He's one of the recent things. But those things, and I call them her pacifiers in my brain, in the mommy me of looking at my baby, that's her passy. That's her new passy. But what those things are. And so that goes back to that habit. What are your habits of releasing and receiving things? And so I want to speak on it on the item things, because that was my biggest issue when we moved. I have entirely too many things. We're still clearing out things. And I need to just throw it out. I need to give it away, throw it out. And so,
which is crazy because you sell the TV.
I know. I sell the things when it's not necessary, but now it's necessary. And so now that I'm learning how to declutter and clear out things, especially in my new house, I'm not going to have too many things just clutter in my house. I can't live like that no more. But, you know, that clearing out part, those are the things. Like, if it's not something I'm actually going to use, if it's going to sit in a box, I have to let it go. I have to not bring it back to just store up space and be in my space or weigh me down. That part. Like, that's what I think about in this season now as I move into alignment. If we're talking about starting the year with alignment, it can't weigh me down. I'm not going to force nothing that doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, I'm sorry. It's not happening. I'm not going to stress on making a way, especially when you're talking about care, you know, people going with you when you start climbing. If they can't figure out a solution, you can't figure out a solution. And I'm telling you, when people want something, they will find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I know I find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And when I have a will to do something, I always seek God and he helps me find a way. And I'm telling you, sometimes I just wake up and the way is there. That's how sold out I be to it. I'd be like, you know what, Lord, like, I know this is what path you have me on. I am willing and available to get this done and to go do this and to, you know, be that vessel, but I don't know how. And then, you know, he will make a way out of no way, but it's all about alignment. But when I try to force something, like, I know I'm not supposed to be there. I know I'm not supposed to be attached to that person. I'm like, well, we can try this. And like Mia saying, like, we're always somewhere being busy. Don't be busy. Because when I was busy, I couldn't see clearly the profit areas, the areas that build real connections, real wealth, real structure, real stability, real consistency. I'm telling you, especially in the financing area, when we talk about shared goals, I have finance goals for my whole family. Now, listen, it makes me sad because I used to call them my broke best friends, but now I call them on the come up. My kids on the come up. Because even beyond the habits that hold them down now, concerning finances, I know that my kids are going to be financially healthy. And so that is our shared goal. As a shared goal, these kids know, you know, my family knows this. Like, I'm trying to find a new word for budget, but, you know, I put an allotted amount of money in different sections of our life. If we're going on a trip, there's a allotted amount of money for that. If we're buying something, saving up to buy something, there's an allotted amount of money for that. If we have takeout Tuesdays, there's an allotted amount of money for that, because sometimes they forget. And I have to sit at that table and show them, like, this is how much money we're spending today, and it can happen. So everybody, you know, eat accordingly.
Everybody be stressed. We do take stress. Like, sometimes we legit don't be seeing the vision. Mom be seeing the vision. Sometimes we be right about the visions, but
yes,
mom's usually good about check. Like, the money. The only thing that, like, I would say, like, is off about the perception sometimes is her perception of how long a walking distance is.
That's true.
Mom, we will look at somewhere and it'll be an hour by car. Mom's like, that's only 35 minutes by if you walking. That's a 30-minute walk. Let's walk.
I'm telling you, like, okay, like, you go, you know how you go to some of them plazas, Walmart's right there, and then famous footwear is like down the street. We can walk. We don't gotta drive from Walmart to Ross to Michael's to famous footwear.
From the Airbnb to somewhere, and like, we'll look on the map and it'll be like 15 minutes by car. It's 3 hours on our toes. What is she talking about?
Yes, when we be on vacation, we might as well. I would like to walk, friends.
We need to get a new head of transportation. She is head of the finances. She is not head of transportation at all.
Walk the block, so I will not be the scout or the pathfinder. They will have to find a new tour guide because they would not like to walk with me. But that's honestly what also meant that I wasn't really comfortable with Uber and public transportation. Like, that's really my weakness. Is like, I did travel in Germany on train in German, and I don't know how I got everywhere I got, but in the brain that I have right now, I am scared and lost. Like, that's honest truth. Like, all of my liabilities start ringing and I can't focus. I don't know how I did it when I was young, but obviously we do a lot of things when we're young because we don't think. We're just like, la, 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 I'm going on a trip. But now in this 38-year-old brain, it's not la, la, la. It's like, ah. And so, yeah, I like it when I go with my family because then, you know, they can think on that lane where I'm not comfortable with Uber. I'm not comfortable with finding those different rides. Plus, my phone don't be helping me either. I don't even have. That's right. I don't even have the access. She's
stranded on the island. She getting stranded.
I'm getting stranded without somebody else's phone because my phone be acting up. Hashtag somebody sponsor me a new phone plan. But
hashtag somebody phone. That's a long hashtag. Okay.
Please help a sister out. But we are going to tangent on that one. But listen, what was we talking about? What was the talk? What was the
We're
actual
supposed to be
question?
talking about how we do something.
Oh, intentional releases of things that no longer serve you.
That don't serve you. Release it.
I don't even know what we was talking about.
You was talking about being a hoarder.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let's.
But yes, I have to release the things that are dead weight. That's how I got here to this conversation.
No, actually, that was a dead weight conversation. What was that?
Yes, but that is what I focus on now. And so if you can figure out and make a list and evaluate the dead weight, actually someone, our pastor said something very profound today that I wrote. He said, what did he say? Pass and review?
Passing review.
No, he said...
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, pass and review. You make a review. We call it AAR, after action review, pass and review. You want to reflect on what worked and what didn't work. That's pretty much bottom line, baby steps. And so intentionally releasing what no longer serves you is releasing the things that did not work, and then keeping the things that did work. I think, our Takeout Tuesdays, like the different things that we structurally did to connect with each other, I think that worked in our families. Trying to keep up with this calendar, that calendar toe up over there. So I'm dropping that. I'm dropping that in January. But I want the kids to understand, like, you still need to know what's happening from Monday through Friday. You also need to understand that not only do you need to know, but the entire family needs to know, because if you have that going on and somebody else has something else going on, we need to all know, so everybody knows where each other is at, so that way we can, the younger ones are not driving, so they need a ride, or they need somebody to pick up. But listen, guys, in this season for me too, I'm excited, especially going into the new year, because this time next year, all of my kids will be driving, and I'm excited about that, because what I'm learning, I'm losing my babies, right? But I'm gaining, independent. What, Mia? I'm not.
Somebody going to the store. Somebody take me somewhere. She let her hop in the passenger seat.
I'm gaining independent young ladies, because they will have the independence that they need to not have to worry about if mom's gonna get there. And I'm gonna get there an hour early. But if they're gonna have the rides or the resources that they need to do what they're trying to do, right, and to get where they're trying to go, that's what excites me. Because when Mia started driving, that's what I started seeing. I was like, this is actually very good. This is very good for her. This is very good for me, because when I'm not stressed, because I'm not speeding down the road trying to get to everywhere. And then, she's not stressed, because internally she is really hoping to get to where she's trying to get to, too. I was stressed. So
when I first started driving, I was stressed. I'm like, everybody out here trying to kill me. Everybody out here. And then my mama said I'm not allowed to die, so y'all better watch out.
Right. So intentionally releasing what no longer serves you, I think, is the biggest part of going into a new year. Really figure out what works and what doesn't work, and be okay with making those decisions. And if you can't make those decisions yourself, find an accountability partner that will talk you through that and be like, you know what, girl, if you can't say it, I'll say it. If you can't do it, I'll do it. And that's what kind of accountability partners I have in my circle. I have friends, I have mentors, I have spiritual advisors that can have those conversations with me. And I use those resources, as well as I have mental health therapy. Now I'm going into this new year, and I want to encourage, a little bow. I want to encourage into the next year that many people seek mental health services. If you're not seeking any now, you need it. You need to at least do it. I mean, most services are a 9-week, starter. So if you do 9 weeks and that's all you need in your lifetime, try it, because I'm telling you, the resources that mental health providers provide really help the total household. It really makes you think about things differently, and it really lets you hear how you sound to other people. That was the biggest thing, like you don't really, you in your own head, you don't really realize how you sound to other people. Like I learned the biggest thing this year, like talking at and talking with people are two different things. So you need to ask questions where you can try to get an understanding of, like, what's the expectation of this conversation? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How is
your body language?
What is
what you're saying to the people?
Right. What is your body language portraying to the people? What is your desired outcome? So you get a better understanding. And so that's what I would suggest. The next question is how to build emotional, spiritual, and practical systems that support a peaceful and purposeful new year?
Okay. I'm just gonna say like things I do like. I feel like this question is like things you do to keep your cup full, keep yourself rooted. I have a scripture on my phone. Like I have a little thing where like it'll make you a scripture on your phone. So I wake up, I pull out my phone, I see the scripture on my phone, I go to my Bible, I highlight the scripture, and I write like in my journal what I think about the scripture. And that's just like my little like. Sometimes I just like do it because it's a part of my routine, but the things you do because they're a part of your routine, so after a certain time, like it starts to get in there. It's like osmosis. It starts to like get in me. So like I'll like catch myself like, oh, that's the scripture I read this morning. So I do that, and that kind of just helps me. And it's not like long. I know like I struggled with having like a long devotion. I'm like, Lord, what? Huh? What are we talking about right now? I would get like lost, and then those like thoughts you be thinking when you be trying to pray. Have mercy on those thoughts.
Mercy.
What?
I'm praying here.
That? Like it's like somebody like walks in a room that's dead quiet and goes, I'm hungry. It's like a horrible. So I have really like struggled with those early morning 5 a.m. 2-hour devotions. I can do that. So I take my little 15 minutes. I write my scripture. I write what I think about it. I put it in my journal, tuck that away. I get up. I try to listen to praise and worship music. I've been finding some really good praise and worship songs. I've been putting my mom on lately.
She does.
I've been putting her on. She'd be like, sing me that song. I'll be like, another one.
I mean, it comes in the spirit. I'll be like, what's that song?
Another one. Or I'll try to like listen to like a happy song after that. Like if I'm kind of like having like an off day or it's kind of gloomy, I'll try to like get myself like up. But I feel like music really helps me because like a little dance type of thing. So then I like get to like dance around
until my room. She starts doing some other kind of dances that I'm very concerned about.
Bruh, like you just like hit that like little like when you like start like I don't know, like y'all can't see me, but like you know what I'm talking about. It's not really like shaking your butt on purpose, but your butt just happens to shake. It just happens to shake. It's not like I'm actually like twerking. It's like
Mia shaking her booty in the street.
You know, like when you do that thing, it's like you're punching, and it's like okay, but sometimes you gotta do that. You be a little happy. She's like, "What are you doing that?" And I'm like, God forbid a girl have happiness out here. But I do that, and then I don't know. I try to like just be cool in the morning because usually, if you're in high school, let me tell everybody out there, if you're a senior, you already know everybody be losing their mind. Mm-hmm. It's like we've been doing this for 4 years. I've been kicking it with you for 4 years. Like, baby, I need you to get in line and play your role. What are you doing right now? Like everybody be acting brand new, and if you're not a senior yet. Don't start acting brand new. You become senior. Just be you. Just be yourself. People already knew you. It's 4 years later. Nobody trying to see what you're trying to do now. Nobody cares. Stick to the program.
They're over it at senior year.
Yes, I'm over it. I'm over these kids acting brand new. Like, baby.
It's the way that Mia be calling all these things. She be saying these kids at school like she ain't one of the kids at the school.
I'm a little bit like more mature. Like one because I do a couple of different things that other kids don't do. I like handle certain situations that other kids don't really have to handle. But also, like, I don't know. I might just have common sense because it's not common these days. These kids are losing their marbles. Like, I'll do like the normal kid stuff. Like, I'll hang out. Like, I can go to the party. I can do like stuff like that. But like, at a certain like point, baby, no, we're not doing that. You're too old for that, or maybe I'm too old for that. I don't know. One of us is too old, or maybe we both are, and maybe you're too young for me. I'm confused, but like sometimes like their attitude is just like it's giving like you're 12, but like I don't know, like maybe that's sometimes I try to think like maybe they're progressing how they're supposed to progress, and I'm just like a little bit ahead of them, so I just like let them do what they're gonna do. But it's when you bring it to me because I never have a problem. It's only when you bring it to my house, you bring it to my front door, and you're like hello, and then I open the door a little bit and you shove it in my face, and then I'm like you guys are not. You're done. But you're lucky. I was talking to the Lord this morning because He saved your life because you don't even know. Like sometimes people will test me, and I'll be like, you don't even know how I would cut up on you if I let my thoughts handle my hands, baby. You would be out of there. Like you would be done. But I mean, it's not really like often, but usually it's like during the middle of the year. In the middle of the year, they be tripping. We tripping. It's cuffing season. Everybody is tripping. It's tripping. Everybody tripping. Whew. That's my hot take.
Fan her off. She is hot right now, friend. She is hot.
But it's gonna be bad. But I don't be like calling them kids because like I think like I'm like older than them. I mean, we're all kids technically.
Right.
I know I'm 18, but like 18 isn't really anything yet.
Yes.
You still get looked at weird. So, but 18 just means if you're gonna talk to somebody, you better ask how old they are.
You do.
Oh my gosh.
18 means there's a little bit more different kind of rules out there in the streets.
It's very like
you can't drive with no license.
The second you turn 18, your license gone. Every time you want to see a little fine little huzz, you better ask how old the huzz are. There's no like, oh, we're 16, you're 15, you're 14. No, I'm 18. You 18, if you ain't 18, stop talking to me.
Right.
Stop talking to me. Call me when you 18, but not even though. Not even though. Don't even call me. Don't call me ever. But I don't call them kids because I'm like much older than them. We're all the same age, but their mindset is kid-like.
Yes.
You need to lock in.
And that's what it requires in a new year. You gotta have the mindset of that meets your goals.
Yes.
That's what I also hate seeing. Like everybody got all these goals written down and the mindset don't meet the goal. You lazy, but you trying to be
a millionaire.
Not even a millionaire, like a public speaker. You can't be lazy and you can't want to be in your house 4 days a week and be a public speaker. Unless
I want a man, but like, I don't want to go outside either. It's scary out there.
She don't want to have a conversation
or
the dating.
Scary out there. Just drop him off at my door. In a nice little Amazon box so I can unpackage him.
Okay, it's getting weird in here, friends.
No, because Amazon, they have that return policy if I don't like it.
Return policy on a man? No,
yes.
We're not doing that. She said send them back.
I want a new one. I need a new warranty.
But yes, mindset, shift, alignment, intentionality. I definitely talk about that. I've been talking about that for a couple of years. Being intentional with your time because you don't get time back. Like I said, we're going to a new year because the time passed. We just, the time is gone, but that does not mean we have changed exactly until we make the changes that we want to see.
And our pastor, go ahead. Our pastor said something today. He was like, when the younger you are, the older time is, and like the older you are, the younger time is. Bro, that hit me like a train. Because when I was younger, I was like, oh, I can't wait to be this age. Right. Oh, I can't wait to be this age. Oh my gosh, when I'm this age, I'm gonna be so content. And like, I mean, now I want to be 5. I want to be 5 again. I want to be 5, and I just want to live my life like all over again. Because there's a lot of things like, of course, you would do all over. But I also be seeing in little Instagram reels where it's like inspirational. It's like, if you keep rereading the book, how are you going to get to the next chapter?
Period.
Completely ate that. But I really felt that when he said that, because it's like when you're younger, you just want time to go up, you want time to go faster, and it's going so slow. And then when you're older, bro, I can't. I'm like, where did yesterday go? I got nothing done. I have 32 assignments, 2 exams. Everything is whooping my butt.
That part.
I'm done.
I'm telling you. Me, I'll be struggling with that time management. But it's like she said, everything is so free and lackadaisical until it's not.
No, for real. It's free lackadaisical until years late. And it's not even like I like time management, like I can't be somewhere on time.
Right.
It's time management, like
everything's adding up.
Everything's adding up. And sometimes like that's out of our control. Because sometimes it's like you can have good time management, like you can do this, you can get this assignment completed on time. Those things I can do. I'm on top of that. But it's the whole like life scheme. Like I was like, when I was 17, I would say like, oh, my childhood is wrapping up fast. Yeah, it wraps up in a second. I used to like think of like, I used to say like November 2nd, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Or like November 1st or November 2nd, 2025 at like 12 a.m. But I never thought that would like come so fast. And now it's like, bruh.
Right.
I'm sick.
We said she got months till she 18. Boy, them months went by so fast.
And then it was November, and then it was Thanksgiving, and it was about to be Christmas, and I was straight.
Right. We're trying to figure everything out. So, like she said, some things are out of our control because we might plan our whole day, which is what hits me the hardest. That's my honest truth. It's when I plan my whole day and life is like, nope, you're not getting none of that.
That's why I'm such like a come to the bridges as you cross, because like life has a way of interrupting your whole day. You wake up in the dandiest mood possible and somebody coming to you like, where my makeup at? Where my makeup at? That's the segue. That's why mom is laughing, because usually I steal her makeup. That's so true. I be stealing her stuff. She be coming to me. 9 times out of 10 I have it, but this one time I have it. It was Thanksgiving, and I woke up in the jolliest mood of the time. And she literally didn't say good morning or nothing. My mom's very jolly usually. She just stepped to me like, I was like, are we about to fight right now? I'm confused. She'll do my makeup, and she's like, because I did not say you could use it. And I was like, you only said I could use your concealer for work. And she was like, And I gave her concealer, and she went without her makeup. Whole time I come to find out, she been up for hours waiting on me to wake up.
I've been waiting.
She been waiting to get me over somebody.
I can't find my makeup.
It's hard
but that's what it's hard out here with girls because we all wear the same shoes. We have similar things. And so, we're very considerate though. We do like try, ask for it or whatever, but then it gets lost in translation. But what also always happens is mom doesn't have things and the kids have everything. And that makes me sad. Because I'll be like, yo, I'm trying to look cute today too. Dang.
The thing is, like, sometimes mom doesn't like, I'm not saying she should have to tell us every time she would like to look cute that day. But mom is very, like, she'll, like, get in a mood and then she'll just, like, be quiet about it. But mom also has to beat our feelings out of us. So we have to beat her feelings out of her. Mm-hmm. So it's very, like, let's just beat everybody else. So everybody just give me that. So we have to, like, beat that out of her. But, like, if she was, like, she got to assert her dominance sometimes. She's like, I would like to look cute today. And when she said she would like to look cute, she about to go to a little concert. We're going to give her a bust down. Like, we're going to get her right on the days that she would like to. She just has to, like, tell us what she's thinking. And we're going to get her out here getting the hugs. Mm-hmm. But not really because she has a man, unfortunately. But
that's neither here nor there. Anywho, I scratched that part out.
Cut that out.
But yes, we're excited about the new year, but we're excited because we're going to go in with intentionality. And the other part of that conversation, I don't think I even got into that conversation about how to build emotional, spiritual, and practical systems that support peaceful and purposeful new year is routines is what I was going to add to that. And so like I said, this year was when I was like, I don't have a routine. They're not going to have a routine. So I made sure that I start a routine. Well, unfortunately, my routine also meant that means I wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or 4 a.m. every day. Now,
recently, guys, she's been sleeping in.
Yes.
She been sleeping in. I'm like, Mom, you up?
Yes.
She's like,
because they know if I'm not up by 7:30, there's a problem.
She been waking up like 9.
Yes. So it's good. And my whole family agrees, not just my kids. I'm talking about like my mom and my grandma. Like we talk every morning and stuff like that too. And they know like if she ain't responded by 4 a.m., like she's sleeping in, which is good for me because I really don't sleep on a regular basis. And so I tried to. But I would say routines. Adding that routine can really help. My routines help me build good disciplines, like, waking up in the morning, being ready for the day. I can, rather than just jump, like it is so hard. And like Mia said, it's so hard to jump out of the bed, cross, trying to get anything done. Cross. I mean, you cross. Like, all the way across. You're not coherent. Your brain's not at full capacity. It's not fueled. It's cross. And you got to stop doing yourself like that because you put yourself in a bad position to be not, I don't want to say productive, I want to say proficient. To be proficient because you're not going to have good quality. So that means you're not going to have a good mood. You're not going to have good responses because everything that comes your way is an attack or whatever, or a fight or whatever. Like you got to give your brain the time for it to do it. And that includes exercise because if you move your body, then it's ready to actually move for you, and so those are the different routines that I'm learning that once I stay consistent at, I don't feel as much pain. I don't feel as dragging and I take my naps. Like I don't play. If I'm feeling sleepy, I gotta go lay down. Let me take a little nap. It don't matter if it's 30 minutes to 2 hours. If I take my little nap, I'm ready to go back at it again. And so routines is another big one that I would encourage everyone to focus on going into the next year with. Find out what that means for you. For us, we write it down. We have a morning routine and an evening routine, and we try to follow the consistent path of what that is because that builds the habits that help us do the right things.
Yes. And I think that's so funny because sometimes we'll all wake up and then mom will probably she'll probably cook breakfast or something. Right after breakfast, we all take a nap. Or we'll wake up at 8:30, we're all taking a nap. We just woke up 30 minutes ago. Why are you tired? Everybody tired. And it's kind of funny because we're all synced up in our nap time and we'll be like, what time is it? And then everybody will get up doing something and then we're back at a nap. Mm-hmm. It's our common meeting where everybody knows when the nap times are. Everybody can feel the nap times coming on. Or usually, even if we're not all taking a nap, I like how we all respect that each other is taking a nap. So
headphones,
and
friends.
Everybody's taking a nap. Somebody's on their phone with their headphones, or just laying down. Nobody's really doing too much moving around when it's nap time. Everybody has a nap time. We take about 2-3 naps a day. On holidays, it's about 4. It's about 4.
Yes, life is good. So that's it, friends. Listen, time has flown by on this episode.
Time got me
Oh
here.
my goodness. And this is it. This is our season. We had so much fun. We look forward to bringing our second season to you with some special guests. So look forward to that. But thank you all for tuning in. This is She Birthed the Vibe, a mother-daughter conversation love letters to each other, where we have candid, truthful, raw conversations, not just conversations with one another, but conversations that mothers and daughters should have with each other. So that way we can make the connections and mend the bonds that have been broken. And so I hope this has helped you. I hope this has made you laugh. I hope that any part of our episodes has encouraged you or made you just really just reflect on how good God is in your life. Because I'm telling you, me and Mia are not here because of ourselves. We are here because God said so. And when God says so, every day that I wake up, oh, devil, you better watch out, because now you in trouble because I made it another day. And that's how I operate in my day-to-day. Watch out, because I am still here. And so I still have something to do. And so I'm thankful to have this time with my daughter. I'm thankful that we stuck it out, and really, I think we did some great work during this episode.
We did. I didn't know how this was going to go, but that's going up pretty well.
Yes. And so this season has been great. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a lovely rest of your, we're going to say have a lovely year.
Have a lovely year.
Have a lovely year. 2026 is here. Have a lovely year. And we are super excited about what it's going to bring. Later.
Love you.